And welcome everybody. Welcome to my stream. Let's see if my new stream goodies work. If I say hello chat, if I'm getting something on my chat window. And I am. Okay, that's good news. So last week I started building the Jetpack Compose into a known app called Habitica, which I want to demo to you now because I found a little Easter egg in the app. So this is what the app looks like on the browser. You can see there's my character. I'm a level 4 now. Maybe if I finish the stream today and do all the things I need to do, I can buy a new thing. If I have enough money, I can buy this Christmas hat. And what I want to do this week, this stream, is look at the themes and see how I can build the themes into my app. But before we do that, let me show you what I found on the app last time. So last time I actually found a little Easter egg and I couldn't get it going on the stream, so this is what it looks like. If I tap on this version enough times, eventually I have cats going down. This makes this screen more interesting for me to build in Compose as well, because I don't need to worry about the APIs. I can just build this screen with the buttons and the image, and then also I can use my confetti modifier to make these little cats appear. They only appear once. You need to leave the screen if you want to appear again. Okay, so that's what that looks like. The other thing to show in the app at the moment is these themes. They have themes in this app. I wonder if I can show you. There are some settings. Let's see if I can manage to find them. That have multiple colors. Social, inventory. Oh wait, maybe it's on the settings cog. Ooh, this app is very crashy. See, they have a theme color. So they actually allow you to change the theme color. And then you'll see there, this is changed to green. If I go back in there, this is the debug version. So that's why it seems to crash with Leak Canary all the time. Theme color is green. Let's set it back to the default, which is like a purple. So you see it actually changes over. So they do have themes in this app, and they also have some colors that they're setting. So that's going to be an interesting thing to build in and see if I can manage to build in as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the app here. And now what I want to have a look at is in the code. But before I do that, I'm going to switch over to my board so I can show you what I want to do. Let's just see if I can do that here. And then see if I can show you the tablet and how this works. Okay, there we are. So you should be able to see my whiteboard on my tablet. So if you're looking at the themes of this app, I looked at the code and I could see that they're using AppCompat, right? And they could have used a custom theme, or they could use AppCompat or Material 2, but chances are not that they're using Material 3. Now, for me to use this in Compose, there are a few paths through this maze. I can take AppCompat and then I can use this AppCompat theme from Accompanist, or I can take AppCompat, I can convert it to M2 or M3, and then use the MDC theme or MDC3 theme. But because I just want to get things going, I'm going to go this route, where I'm taking AppCompat and I'm going to use the AppCompat theme from Accompanist. Okay, so that's the plan for the stream today. Okay, so now let's look at the code. Okay, so this is the button that I built last time. And it has no theme set. And then I think if I'm looking in their code now, what the themes would look like. Let's see. Res values. See, they don't have it in a separate themes folder. They have it in values, I think, or styles probably. Styles. Okay, so they have a night mode. They've got some styles for, and there are their styles. Let's take these styles away, the other ones that we don't want to see. Okay, so here we can see they are using material components, day-night theme, day-night theme, material 1.4.0 AAR. Okay, so maybe it's not app compat that we use. Maybe it is material components that we can use, because they've got. All right, let's look at the documentation quickly. So this is for MBC. You can add that, and if it was accompanist, then it's this. See, theme app compat day night. Okay, so we're not actually using app compat. I was wrong. I thought we were using app compat, but it seems the app theme is in fact material components day night. Okay, this actually makes it better, so that changes my plan slightly, so I don't need to do any conversion. And then I see here that the colors are, they have nice colors set up here. So this looks okay, and here we have the red theme and the maroon theme. So these are the themes that they switch over when you switch in the settings. Orange, there should be teal and green. Okay, they've got all of these themes here. Okay, so then that means I should try to use MDC Android Compose theme adapter. It's not the Material 3 one, it's the other one, it's the Material 2 one. Okay, and so we need these. Compose theme adapter, this one. So I'm just going to drop this into my Gradle file and then see what happens. Okay, let's see. So this is the single source of truth. This is if you want to share your existing theme with your Compose components. So let's see if I can find my build Gradle file and do that. Build Gradle. Oh yeah, this is the other thing I wanted to show, is that this app uses view binding. So that's the way that they get the XML to be connected to their fragments, using view binding. But let's start off by adding, okay, this is the wrong Gradle file. I need to have, or is it? No, it's the right one. Dependencies, where are you? Okay. I should find my Compose dependencies here somewhere. Okay, here we are. Ah, okay, we've got versions we can update. Alright, but I'm not going to update versions now. Not at all am I going to update versions now. Right, so the question is what this version has to be. Let's see if we can find that out from this. Okay, usually with this, the version should be at the top of the README in a little green box. I don't see that now. Maybe I can find it over here. Jetpack Compose themes. Right, they're using 1.0.5 here. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna I'm going to I made a version over here. I'm not going to, oh, it feels awful to do this, but I'm actually going to just hard code the version in here, because this Gradle file, as you can see, no one has any central version numbers. They all have the version numbers all over the place. Okay, and this one's a new version anyway. 112. Okay, alright. Oh, I don't want to change the versions now. That's too risky. Let me just sync and see if I can build it. Let me see if I can build it. And while it's busy building, I'm going to put the phone back so I can have some emulated, so I don't have to run the emulator. I can run some of this on the phone. So I can see I can just get the phone up again, and hopefully it's going to appear for us. Oh yeah, there we are, that's good. I did, while I was off stream, I did fix my SSH key, so I can push my changes to my Git repo. And is this building? Did it finish syncing? Okay, let's just run it. Okay, what I'm going to do is put this device on a separate desktop device, so that we can look at it when we want to, like this, and that's much easier because then I can see build Gradle. Okay, so I've put the dependency into the build Gradle, and that's building. So now, as I understand it, it should build me a theme. Now, thinking about the code, the way that this works is that you can have a compose view like this, and you can put this compose view inside your XML, and then you can access that out of the fragment or the activity, or you can instantiate a compose view inside the fragment. Now, I don't want to change any of the navigation. I want to add this to my fragment. So if you hear strange footsteps, it's the dogs chasing the cat behind me. Compose source of truth. I think I saw something about a fragment here somewhere. Compose in your existing UI. Here we are. So there must be a fragment theming. Compose adapter. I'm pretty sure I saw something about how to share the composable inside my, there it is, inside a fragment. Let's go see if this is built in the background. Still building. Screen size changes. Compose in a recycler view. I thought I had the right web page open for this ahead of time. Architecture. Dogs, what are you doing? Leave the cat alone. Okay. Let's see. That's still building, so I can search some more. Okay, I'm going to close the accompanist because we don't need a accompanist. We've got this theme adapter here, which will tell us we'll keep that up. This is more accompanist. Sharing color theme, Jetpack Compose is just a blog post for us to see. But he's also talking about accompanist, so we don't need that. How to use compose inside a fragment. this is the snippet here. Although, let's just check this thing's date. I think it should be okay. So this is what you do in onCreate. Or if it's in XML, you can put a compose view inside the XML. I haven't decided on that exact strategy yet. And I know they're using view binding in the app. So if I'm looking at the code here, let's see if I can see the about fragment. So what I can see here, there's this fragment about binding, which is the view binding, and I know they're using view binding. And so at some point here, we get the binding. Here's the binding, and there's a click listener on. That's where that Easter egg is. Now, when you add in Compose to the screen, see here. This is what you do if it's view binding, and that's what they're doing in onCreate here. But they're doing it in a base fragment, because this has got this base main fragment with the binding. So I need to figure out how that would fit. But before I even get there, I'm just going to see if I can access the theme colors once the build's finished. Okay. So while the build's going, I'm still going to research a little bit more about how to add a compose view into my activity. So it's not the activity, it's the fragment, but this particular architecture is a little bit more complex, because this app has got this hierarchy of fragments. There's this base main fragment, and they actually do the view binding inside the base main fragment. We can have a look and see if we can see where they do that. So there's the view binding here. So if I'm looking for VB, so I'm exploring the architecture of this app just to understand how I want to do this while I wait for my Gradle build. If there's new people in chat, if you want to know what I'm doing, I have the app for this. This is Habitica. It's like a to-do list, and it has an Android app, and it's an open source Android app, and I'm trying to add Jetpack Compose to this app. So if I switch to my phone, you should be able to see that I've got that exact same app running here. And last week I added the Jetpack Compose library, so I can do compose things in here. And now I want to do the theming and add a theme to a component. And while I'm doing that, I'm trying to figure out how this code works, right? So here on Create View is where in the base fragment where this happens. I think what I could potentially do is just go inside this. This is the XML. And rather than try and go set content inside the fragment, just add a compose view. Do something like this, add a compose view in here. Compose view. So I think what I can do is here. We can start here and add a compose view in here. And then give it an ID. And then just access it. Why am I getting a red squiggly? Because I want to close this. Okay, and then can I put an ID in here? At, why is it not at issue autocomplete for me? ID, compose view. The Gradle build is still running. Test. Okay, it's right. So if I've got this compose view, it means now I can put composables inside this compose view, and it's going to appear above that because this is a linear layout. It's got a space. There's that image. Maybe we want to put that below the image and put it in here. So this is just literally jammed a compose view in between there. And now when we're in our about fragment here somewhere, we should be able to get it in here somewhere on view created, where this binding is here. So we should be able to do something like this. Binding, compose view, right? Compose view test, there it is. And now I can't remember what the syntax is to put a composable in there. Let's see if I can find it here. Let's search for compose view. Compose view and see how to do that. There we are, compose view. Okay, it just takes content. Set content. Oh, that's all we do. Okay, that's easy enough. So then what we do here, we go set content. And now this is, it's nullable maybe, yes. And now we can just, I made a composable in here somewhere, which we should potentially just be able to drop in there then. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Compose button. So is this, yes, so here's my little test button. And then we can just put a test button in here. Test button. Okay. This looks good. And so this means now, theoretically, we should get the test button appearing here under this image in my about screen. Okay. Alright, I'm going to just run it and see if I can see anything. Okay, now we're building again. But this should be quicker now, right? This should be a quicker build. So this is one of the tricky things about Android streams, is what do you do while you're waiting for a Gradle build? Because all Android engineers know that you're waiting for Gradle builds. Okay, so that's still running over there. I need to think of a game to play while I'm waiting for my Gradle build. I can play this game. I can play my lists. I looked at the current theme so I can get a tick box there. I had decided on an approach, but we have to test this first to see if this works. Now we can try it out on the button and then start on the about screen. Okay, Gradle build. If anybody in chat is interested, I don't even know who's in chat at the moment. Let me see if there are people here for me. Yeah, hello chat people. If you want to tell me if you've used Compose before, you can tell me in chat if you've used Compose before. If you use it in your production apps, that'll be interesting. I don't use it in my production app yet. I'm hoping to learn exactly how to do it so that when I get to the point where I run into the problem in my production app, that I can add it really easily. And also, like, for now, to know what I need to do to make sure the themes match up. So that's a nice thing we can have a look at. I've got the theme. I've got some stuff about the themes here. And let's see, adding Jetpack Compose, the theming. Reuse your theme in Compose. And I saw a nice diagram of how the colors matched. Where is that link now? Reuse, here. Compose theme adapter, let's open that. Yeah. Okay. So if this is what they're saying, if there's an Android XML theme, then this color primary will become this with this adapter, and text appearance, because you get colors, text appearance, and shapes from the theme adapter. You don't get any of the other styles, but that makes sense because the composables themselves, you set them up for the styles that you need. And then you get a thing like this, which should be able to give us. So that means that I can try and set if I set this theme on that button, it should use the primary color of the theme. So let's see, the Gradle build is still running, but we can start reading this. So theoretically, if I put the button with that theme, this color primary is going to be the color that I'm going to get. But now, what about these other themes? This theme red. I wonder how that's going to... Well, once it's finished building, maybe we can have a look and see what we can do. But I'm quite pleased that this was easy enough, right? Because I've got the binding and I just get the compose view. And I can just set content on that. So that wasn't easy enough. Where's the cat? Dog, don't pester the cat. Just stand here nicely. Okay. I don't have a dog cam like some other streams I know. The Italian stream have a dog cam. Maybe I should get a dog and cat chasing cam. Oh dear, Gradle builds, you take so long. And of course, this being a huge open source app with lots of fragments and screens, it's also not the quickest to build. I think nobody's tried to fix up the builds to make it quicker. That I must say, I wish there was an easy way to get. So theoretically with Compose, if you've got the button like that, then this, if you're trying to just work on the button like this preview, the turnaround time of this preview should be quicker. I wonder if you can do that in parallel. Like if I add another exclamation mark here, I don't know what happened there. Look at that. See this? So here's just text on this button. And if you just change stuff here now, this updates pretty quickly. Now this is just text that you're updating here. If I change world to chat. So that turnaround time is quicker. But as soon as it needs to build again, Gradle build finished. Right, launch succeeded. Now, maybe I'm just going to be brave and just see if that button appears. There, the app's running. I'll go to about. Okay, so this is super exciting. So this hello world over here is my surface and my purple compose button, which I just added into the XML to add that. So this is the first time that the app UI inside the app has a piece of compose in it. Ha! This is very exciting. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do, I want to see what the themes are. So at the moment we've got surface here, and we've got this button. But typically you would have, if you have a screen, you would add the theme here. So app theme, I wonder what it's called. Material theme. And now we can put this inside there. Let's see. Because what I want is I want this composable to use the theme that's already inside the app. But now, as I understand it, that library should have generated a theme for me. Okay, let me see if I can see from the documentation how this happens. Okay, so theme my app, material components day night. Okay, then if you've got the library MDC theme, the library attempts to bridge the gap between material components M2 and Jetpack Compose. Okay, MDC theme. Okay, I think, alright, so this is not material theme. This should be, I should have an MDC theme, should I? MDC. Oh, we do. Oh, this is marvelous. Okay, let's see where this is. Can we see what this looks like? Okay, so this is inside the library. Alright. Okay, I know. I'm just going to set the surface background. I'm going to set the surface background to be one of the colors from the theme. So let's see in the theme where the colors are. Let's see if we can find that. Values, styles. Okay, so this, let's pick one of these, this color accent. Color primary distinct. Oh, but I wonder if it takes custom colors. Let's try color. I wonder if they've got attributes in this to have custom colors on this. Let's just see if they have attributes as custom colors on their themes. There's the attribute file. Okay, so they have a whole lot of other colors on their theme. Yeah. Let's see how this would work. So I'm just digging around and trying to understand how this works. Maybe I should read a little bit more documentation. Okay, first let's see, button. Is there a color for me here? Color. Oh, modify a background I can do. Button colors. Button colors. Button colors. What can I do for button colors? Or default button colors. Okay, I'm gonna have to go search that too. Compose buttons. That's the thing. Jetpack Compose buttons. So now there are some really nice websites with some code snippets. Text button, like this Jetpack Compose playground, where you can get examples. Background color red. Button on click. See colors, button defaults, text button colors, background color red. So let's do that. We'll snip out this little piece and then we'll see if we can just change it in here. So this is a little bit of a hacking around just to see if I can understand what's happening. Compose button is red. Preview is out. Pull and refresh. But I actually want to see what I can get from this MVC theme. See, now it doesn't update that quickly. Now it wants to build again. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can see what the theme. Maybe this playground's got some interesting thing on themes. Okay, compose view. We don't need that anymore. Okay, here. I'm just gonna search for MVC theme. Let's see what I get here. And then we can see here. Okay, I didn't want to look at that now. Text buttons. And that's still running. That's still building. So I'm expecting the button to change to look like that when that finishes building. There we are, MVC theme. Okay, so here they're just setting the button colors to background colors secondary. Okay, I can try that. And then that needs to be wrapped in that MVC theme when you use it. Okay, well, that's still a little bit confusing for me. Because he's saying here your app theme, but your app theme, if you're running this MVC theme, then that's going to give you a theme. That should give me a theme. Yikes, this is taking forever. Well, let's first get the button to be red, and then see what we can get with the theme color. Theme colors. Is a bit tricky, and waiting for builds is making it even more tricky. I wonder if there's a blog post I can find in the meantime to see how this works. Okay, this is saying simple sharing color theming for XML and Jetpack Compose. Okay, great. Jetpack Compose base library. Or maybe here, my application theme. No, this doesn't seem to help me. Okay, let's see if we can find a blog post. Example, how to use MVC theme. Compose adapter theming guide. Ah, there is a blog post that might help us, and it's not too old, 21. MVC theme. You can customize the generated values from MVC theme using the create MVC theme function and then modify the colors. Okay, so this should contain copies. That's what I thought. Ah, there we have a red button. Okay, but now we should be able to change this now to material theme dot colors dot say secondary, and then it should take the secondary color we got from we should be able to take that from, see if I can see here. Oh, they're using it here. Text button. Where did I see that example? Let me close the catalog app. Yeah, you see material theme color secondary. Button defaults, background. There we are. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, okay, that's slightly different. Color secondary. What have I got wrong here? Where are my brackets not matching? Button. I have too many, have I? Yes, let's clean that up so you can see what's going on. And we're building and refreshing again. So I'm expecting, what am I expecting to happen when this build runs? This color secondary should get the color from the MBC theme. The MBC theme is a converted one of this style, so I'm expecting it to be whatever color secondary is for this color accent. Do they even have a color secondary? Text color secondary, color secondary. Do I see a color secondary? Color secondary. They didn't set a color secondary. I want to go back and see what the mapping looks like for this again. Where is that picture? Color primary, text appearance body. Color primary becomes primary like that. But the problem is that they didn't set color secondary in this theme. In the theme in this app, they didn't set color secondary. So I guess I can just set color primary and see how that works. In the meantime. Okay, yes. So that teal, this turquoise, is the color secondary. If you set that to color secondary and the color isn't set, then it gets it from the Android theme. So let's try to put this to primary rather. But the brand colors for this app is a purple as well, and the default material colors are also that purple. It's maybe not the same purple. I wonder why they didn't use secondary in this app. It's a curious thing that they didn't use the color secondary. And then they have this color accent, which color primary offset. So these are all the custom colors that they added to the themes. Text color primary text, color primary offset. So these are all their custom colors. So I wonder how custom colors work with this conversion. I wonder how that works. I'm not going to update the plugins now. Ah, see, this purple is a different purple to the purple that you get if you don't set it. So what I want to show you is, if you, before we set it, see that's a different, that's like a bright purple, and that's the default. This purple here is the default from the themes, and now the purple is like this. So if I run this now, that other color should pick a theme color. So once it reboots, it should be this dark purple. You can see that this purple is not the same as the dark purple. It's this dark purple. Okay, that can run. So now, okay, this is an interesting thing for me to figure out. It's all good and well to say that if you convert from an existing theme, in XML, then you're going to get the Compose version, and you're going to get, there's going to be a match like this. Primary matches primary. But do you get the custom colors, the other colors that they set in the theme? And that I don't know. What do you get? Are you going to get their other colors? The extra colors? You see, because there's color primary, color secondary. Okay, they're saying you should use the other one. Customizing. Alright, maybe in the customizing section, the MVC theme function will automatically read the host context MVC theme and pass them to material theme on your behalf. But if you want to customize the generated values, you can do so via create MVC theme function. Okay, but we see here we need custom colors that are separate from what's in the theme. Sure, this is taking a long time. Curious. Launch succeeded. So I should have taken a screenshot so we can see what the color difference is here. About. Now we have no color. Ha! Did we break the button? Did we break? Okay, so that's hello chat, and here it's using this primary color. Okay, I'm going to take the colors out here, and then just see what happens. Preview is out of date. Why did we get the button completely white? That's curious. Extremely curious. Look, this button is completely white, so it didn't pick up the color. In my preview over here, it's picking up the color, but it's not picking up the color when I run it out of the fragment. There must be something I'm missing here. Something I'm misunderstanding. Something that's confusing me on where these colors. So I've got two questions at this point. My first question is why the button went white after we can see on the preview here that it's supposed to be purple. And the second question I have is, if I'm converting from an XML theme, what happens to the custom colors in my XML theme? Because I don't think the library would even know about that. So that means that I have to build a custom theme for the custom colors anyway. Which means you don't have a single source of truth. I'm going to have to find some examples of how to do this. See, it's easy enough if this theme here, this app theme, didn't use a whole lot of other colors. Like, for instance, this this primary offset, this primary distinct, this badge background, this task from tint. See, those colors aren't colors that are part of the normal colors that you get inside this day-night theme, because they're custom from here. So those you need to add yourself. Okay. Did this finish running now? So buttons take primary colors anyway, so this doesn't make a difference here. That's why that's still like that. And let's see if it runs on the phone. Yes. Okay, it is actually running on the phone. About. It's still giving me a white button there. Unless okay, I don't understand that at all. I don't understand why. I don't understand why this button is white. Hey kitty. I'll show everybody the cat. Kitty. Meow. The cat appears. Hey kids. Hey kitty kids. Hello kitty. Okay, go kitty. Hey kitty kit. There we are. We have a stream visitor. She also doesn't understand why the button is white. Why is the button white, cat? Okay, but we had it as purple. Okay, I'm just going to take the theme out and then see if it goes back to purple. And I'll run it. The other thing, hello friends, who's here? Big Enigma. I'm getting emoji. You're saying hello to the kitty. The other thing that's going to be tricky to do with these generated themes is I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the night mode and the dark mode. So that will be another set of research to do. And again, we're waiting for the build. I can see if I can see in the documentation what we should be doing. It's not so easy to untangle. I actually thought that the themes might be tricky to figure out. Especially since the themes inside the actual app, in the code, the themes in the code have got a lot of customization. I'm not particularly in the mood to convert all of the themes into like duplicate them. And I certainly won't do that on stream because that's just a lot of copy paste. And that Greater Vault is still running. Ah, launch succeeded. Launch succeeded. Let's see what's happening. There we are. Launch succeeded about... Ah, yes. Okay, so if I don't use the MDC theme, then I get the default purple button with its ripple, if you tap it. If I do use the MDC theme, the button color isn't right. The button color isn't right. The Ridgeback is pestering the cat. Lulu, stop it. Okay, I think she's going to be okay. That is so curious. So you can see this color isn't the same as that. Okay, I suspect I'm going to have to code up some Compose themes separately to the converted themes. So the converted themes are only going to get me so far. I wonder if I can look at the converted theme and see if I get some typography. Okay, so let's look at the themes in the app itself and see what typography they're using for this. Pop-up styles, fonts. Let's see if I can see some fonts in here. Font family. See, they're setting the font family on the styles, not on the actual styles, and not inside the theme. And these styles don't get converted. So we're not going to get the font family from the converted styles anyway. See, because these styles don't get converted with that MDC conversion. Now you can, inside an app theme in here, you can actually add a font family. You can go like this, name. I think you can go like this, font family. Can you not do that? I think you can set the font family on the theme, but you can't if it's in the style. The styles don't get converted. Okay, the long and the short of this is, what I just realized is that I'm going to have to write these themes. I'm going to have to duplicate some of the themes, because I'm only really getting a few small colors here, maybe color primary, and I'm not getting any typography information from this theme, and I'm also not getting any shapes. If I search for shapes, did they change any shapes? So what you use the conversion for is to get shape, typography and colors, and the colors they haven't set all of the colors in the theme, and they're not using shapes and typography, so the conversion actually is moot. So maybe I get color primary, but I don't get any of the text appearances, and I don't get any of the shape appearances, because they're not even set. They're just using the default theme ones. Text appearance. Let's see if we can get text. If there's text appearance. Text appearance. See, the text appearances are in the styles as well. They're not in the actual theme. They're not set in the theme. So that's not really helpful. Text appearance. Okay. That means that actually on one level makes it much easier. It just means I have to build the themes in Compose. And there's lots of examples for that. I have to build the themes in Compose, but I might need to also pull these colors, all of these colors, all of their brand colors. These I need to convert to Compose as well. What I can say is that at least the colors are in here, and it looks like they're not using the colors in a bad way. Oh, we do have some other variations here. Okay, this is going to be a cleanup exercise that's separate, and I'm not going to do that on stream. Maybe another thing to do is to try and slowly but surely make an about screen. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to start working on this about fragment and make a screen for that. So what I want to do there is I want to take the whole of this screen like this and build it up so that I can get that in a composable, that I don't use this layout. So ultimately what would happen is, instead of this compose view here being inside of this layout, I'll just have one compose view here at the level of this nested scroll view. And then thank you, Big Enigma 47. Then I'll make a compose view for the whole of the screen. I think that's the way this is going to pan out. So let's see if I can start building that. Components. I'm going to add fragments, components. Let's add an about screen in here. Kotlin class file. I want a file, and it needs to be about screen. Okay. And now I want a composable in here. Let's call the about screen. And what I probably want to do at the bottom here is I want to preview. So I can have a look at this about scheme. Default preview. Okay, and this is going to have the about screen in it. About screen in it. That's it, like that. And my about screen is going to be a column, because if I look at this, I've got a column of stuff coming in over here. So I can go column. That needs to be included, and still make sure that it's the compose version of the column. And then I probably need something like an image. And then I'll need, what's next after that? I need a text, and what is that, another button, and more text. So let's just start by adding a few buttons and a few text and see if I can add that in here. Text and button. Okay, yeah, that's it. Text, something like that. Let's include these quick. Import text. We'll need to have something like, what does this look like? It'll be something like privacy policy, for instance. That one would be privacy policy. Now there must be a string for this somewhere, and image can get in here as well. And then this would be, there would be some version information. So I'm just literally just hacking things up here. So this would be a version information. What I can do as a state, I can pass in the version information. Version as a string, because then when I'm in the about fragment, I can pass that in from outside, and then that would be something like 1.0.0. This is just a default for us to see in the preview. I'm not sure if we're going to get the preview yet. And then image, we need to figure out how an image works. Okay, we'll see that later. Build and refresh. That version information goes here. What else is on the about screen? I think this update available doesn't in fact always show. We'll need to look over here to see how that gets populated. About fragment, there must be some. Okay, so here are the privacy policy links, terms links. So these we would need to pass into our composable so it can populate it. And then this would be Open Google Play. This would be like a click handler that gets passed in. And this I can build later. That would also be like a click handler that comes into that on the version, on a click handler. So that would also be a click handler that comes into the composable. So the idea is that this, where this test button is over here, that I do the about screen in here. And so everything that the about screen needs, you need to pass it in here. So I would pass in this click handler. There's the version name. Version name, right. So we can pass in version name here. Version name, excellent. So that already would populate this from this version name. Version code. Where does version code get used? Okay, here it sets everything. Oh, there's the click handlers. So these are all the click handlers. Open Google Play. And then the version code. Okay, version code. So this is the one that is visible or not. So that I would also need to pass it in. So if the way that Compose works is that you pass all of its state, you pass in, and all of the click handlers you pass in. So if I look at my about screen, all of the state needs to come in here, like the version strings, the links, and all of the click handlers for everything that needs to happen inside here. So in this about fragment over here, all of these click handlers need to come in, and if this is visible or not, that's some other way to say if this is visible or not needs to get passed in. Version name, version code. Alright, now so this is the string. That's the string that needs to get passed in for version. In here. Where's the about fragment now? About screen, there we are. So that should populate in here, this text. And that privacy policy, there should be a resource for that. Okay. And let's just put this in a surface so we can see what's going on. Alright. So now we're getting a little bit more detail into how the about screen would work. And if I run this now, I should get that on the about screen. It's always a little easier if I'm building things from scratch. So I'll show you what this looks like. It's got hello chat, but once the build's built, then the new little about screen that I'm busy building up should start appearing there where the hello chat is. And we already made this version string, so theoretically I should already see the version string inside this updated about screen that appears here now. In here, this is where that screen is, where the version information is over here. Why does it say version information? Because it's old and this is busy building. Yikes, Gradle builds. Gradle builds carry on forever, and in the meantime I can talk to my chat if they want to talk to me. Watching Gradle builds is like watching paint dry. I can go and read some other things in here and see if I can build some other things. I can find out how to do images. That's a good thing to start doing. Text button. There must be image in here to have a look. Text field. Image. Image. Oh, I've not got any image buttons here. Oh, it's green. It's green. It's green. Need to go look. Need to go look. So exciting. There it's running. And fantastic. Okay. So the good news is there's my version inside the composable, and here's my version inside the version. And there's my privacy policy button. So already this is starting to get built up. Obviously this needs to be centered. This needs to have a dark background because the theme doesn't know about dark background yet. And it needs to be cleaned up like that. And this purple's wrong, so I need to do the theming for that. But already I can see I've already put the piece of Compose inside an existing. So this is view system here, and this is composable. Of course, if you tap the privacy policy, it's not going to do anything. Okay, let's see if I can get that working at least. So to tap the privacy policy, if I'm looking in the about fragment here, the privacy policy, what happens to the privacy policy if you tap it? Open browser link, privacy policy link. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, in my about screen, I'm going to have a method coming in, which is a click handler. Privacy click. And it's going to be unit, unit, and then what we do on click here is going to be privacy click, typos, and over here this is going to do nothing. That's going to do nothing. And in my about fragment then here, I should get a error here, and it's going to be, what was that thing called? No, I had it in my paste buffer here. Open browser link privacy policy. Right. Like that. I think it's like that. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh, I don't think I need the braces. I think I can delete the braces. And build again. No, I do need the braces. Huh. Yes, of course, because it's a lambda that's going in. It's a lambda. Gradle build running. Let's see how far we are with my tasks. Can I get gold to buy hats yet? Gold to buy hats. I've decided on the approach. So the approach that I did was I tried to use the MDC theme, but there are so many custom things to add. I might need to write Compose themes in any case. I added some code, and I'm starting on the about screen. Let's see if the button works. So if the button works, then I am happy that I achieved what I wanted to achieve tonight. Yeah, that's the problem with theming. Theming can be quite tricky to resolve. always theming can be tricky, because always there are custom pieces that come in. There are custom pieces that come in. This particle system in here is going to be interesting to code up. This Easter egg particle system. See, they're loading images. And there's a particle system here. I wonder what the library is for this particle system. It's a Java particle system. I might need to implement something slightly different for Compose. Launch succeeded. Launch succeeded. Where is my about screen here? Privacy policy. Great. So, what this means is that the button, if I press this bottom privacy policy button, it does the same thing as the top privacy policy button. So they're both wired in correctly. So the rest of it would just be duplicates, making more buttons for terms of service, rate, app, report bug to pass in all of those buttons and put them in Compose. And then the links for the websites, the version number is correct. And then the image needs to come in, and then the Easter egg for this needs to be built. And of course the theming and the making this appear centrally. Okay. Oh, I'm pleased. I'm making really good progress here. Really good progress. So it means I started on the About screen. The button works. I added the code for the AppCompat MBC theme. I uncovered that I couldn't use it. And so I would say that my to-do list for my stream 1 is complete. And I only get 6 gold. How much gold have I got now? I've got 12 gold. Can I buy something with 12 gold? I cannot. Maybe if I stretch, I can have a stretch here and then get more gold. 1 gold. This is not a very lucrative habits and to-dos set up yet. I'll have to finish a few more things. Okay, so I think I need to do some research on how the custom themes need to work. I need to put those in. And then maybe next time I can look at the formatting of this About screen here. How to get all of this formatted. Get the Compose version to be formatted so that it looks like this. I guess I can start by just adding some more. Oh no, wait, there's another thing I need to do. I need to get this resource for that string, because that string is used here. There is a resource for this. Style, string privacy policy. Yeah, so now how do you get a resource string in Compose? Compose string resource. Then at least that's not so clunky. I'll go to the official website first. Resources in Compose. String resource, or not string. Okay. I guess I could have just typed that in the code and see how that works. That was my About screen, so here it's like that. And that is privacy policy. Okay. And that's string resource. Great. Preview is out of date. Oh, bold and refresh. Okay, so that means for all of these different buttons, I can just add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. There's another hidden button over there. We'll sort that out in a minute. There's another string there. Another text. Okay, let's quickly do that. We need 5 buttons. Privacy policy. Terms of service. Terms of service. Write our app. Is that a card now? Oh, it is a button. Text. We're going to have most of the buttons at least working. Report a bug. Oh, there's about bug report, about write our app. So that one should be moving up. Does that one move up? Let's do it the other way around. About bug report. Okay, so we've got those, and then the last button is source code. About source code, okay. About source code. Privacy click, so let's just format this a bit better. And I'm needing we need terms of service click. We need a right click, and we need bug report click, and we need a about click. Is it source code click? Source code click. Typos. Okay, so those are our clicks. Terms of service click, it's for terms of service. A right click. A bug report click. And a source code click. So now, of course, I wonder if I should just do this. Give them default values. Let's do that. That means that if they're not filled in, then they won't do anything. Then they won't do anything, and then this will work like that. Now if I go to this about fragment here, all of those open browser links. There probably is a better way to do this. There probably is a better way to do this. A neater way with less repetition. Where is my about screen? Oh, there it is. Okay, these parameters also need to be formatted slightly differently so that they're easier to copy. Let's do this. Here we are. So, of course, named strings would be easier, so I know which ones are which ones. No, what's it called? I wonder if there's an Android Studio thing to convert them to named strings, named parameters. See? Convert to can I not convert these to named parameters? Oh, there we are. Okay, privacy click, terms, link. Oh, I love name variables. I love name variables in Kotlin. It just makes it so much more clear. What links have we got over here? Terms link, source code link. What does the bug report one do? Terms link. Let's see. Oh, this is different. Report bug. Okay, that goes there. The report bug one is different. Bug report click. This one looks like this. And the rate one. Twitter report bug. Google Play Store button. Okay, I think that's what it does here. Google Play Store. That's the right click one. I think that's all of them. Browser links, right clicks. I've got all of them here. Privacy policy terms, source code. Twitter we're not going to do right now yet. Source code. Source code button, source code link. Bug fix fragment. Okay, let's see if I can run this now. So now I should have all of the about buttons. I should have all of the about buttons. And the about screen is taking shape. Yep. And we're watching Gradle build again. Why am I not seeing this preview? Okay, while that's pulling, I still want to figure out how to do an image. Image, string, plurals, dimension, color, arrays, vector assets. Oh yeah. Vector assets and image resources. Okay, this should be easy enough. Icon. That should be easy enough because we know from this that this is what? It's an image view and it's got the launcher, it's got the map launcher. Is that gonna work? So if I where the image goes. This is going to be map, and this is going to be IC launcher, and page resource import. An icon needs to be imported. Compose. Okay. So we have the icon, we have the version, we don't have the links yet, and we have all of these buttons. We can do another text. This text, we can do a text view. The text view, of course, will need to be the formatting of all of this is not there yet. Where did that text view go? It was just just above source code. Okay, source code. So we've got a text view here. Text get string resource, and I'll just grab that ID r.string dot. This is the one. String resource type. Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, there are all our buttons. It's really, really ugly. But they're all there and they're going to be working. They're all there and they work, and we can compare with the other screen. We can compare with the other screen. Oh, you can't see my screen. Ah, look at that. That is so pretty. Rate our app. That should take me to the Play Store. And indeed it does. Source code. Takes me to the Git repo. Report a bug. Takes me to the bug fixes one. Terms of service. Takes me to the terms of service. Okay, but I put the icon in, so let's see if we can get that running as well. This means I don't need this bottom part. I can start swapping this out for the top part. Okay. Yes. Okay, about. Where is the icon? Oh, is that the previous bold? I need another bold. We need another bold. Launch succeeded. Did it succeed? About. Ah, Canary. Run. Oh. Okay. About. Ooh, I'm making it crash. That's interesting. Why are you crashing? Ah. Why is it crashing? Maybe it's because of my icon that doesn't want to show. Let's see. Clear logcat. Right. Fatal exception. Only vector drawables and raster image types are supported. Okay. It is the icon. It is the icon, so it's probably because of this. Let's see what else. Where is this launch? Oh, it's an XML and a WebP, and that is why I can't do that. Okay. I can't do that. IC launcher background, IC launcher foreground. It's a vector drawable. Okay. But it's got a background and a foreground, and if I do use that like that, I have to build it with a background and a foreground. And and these are WebPs, and they're not supported. I can't use a WebP because there's a WebP which is cute, but it's not supported. What other drawables are there? Just so that I can put one in to see something. Okay, I'm going to take the icon out and figure out how to do that at a later stage. Let's just comment that out for now. they're using vector drawables for all of them. I mean, I could put the white. I could put the white one in there, so that would be this one. Launcher. I could try and see if I could find this one. Launcher foreground. Launcher foreground. Let me put launcher foreground in, but we won't be able to see it then. Okay, this would be then drawable. Launcher foreground. But it's going to be white on white. But I can go background. Can I go background? Background equals color. Material theme dot color. Color primary. Oh, it's just called primary. And it's just hello dog. Oh, there is no background. Let's just see what I can set here. Bitmap modifier. Oh, I can do it to the modifier maybe. Can I do it to the modifier? Modifier. Equals modifier. Dot background. Is there no background? Yes, there is. Background. Modifier background. Will that work? Modifier background. I thought there was a background. There is a background. Did I just type it wrong? Okay, let's see if that works. Run. Run. See if we don't get a crash now. I have a very cute doggo that's got his head on my lap, and I can't move the camera so you can't see him. Yes, doggo, he's snooky. Must I stop working now? I think that's what you're saying. You're saying I must stop and get away from the screens and talk to the doggo. Yes, doggo. Maybe I can show you the doggo. Wait, let me see if I can show you the doggo. That's what I can do. Doggo. Hello, doggo. You can see the doggo while Gradle build is happening. And now my camera alignment's weird. Oh no, it's not too bad. Yes, doggo. Doggo. He has his head on my lap. He has his head on my lap, the cute doggo. Ah, we have a build, but will it crash? Who knows? We shall see if it will crash. Not. Yes. Okay. That's not exactly what I wanted, I guess, but it at least I've got the image going. I've got the version number, I've got these buttons and they work. I've got that sentence which is looking like this. Open source software there. Source code. It's taking shape. And we can do 2 links and a Twitter click. I think if you click that, it goes to the Twitter. Yes, okay. But that's just more of the same. Let me take out the pieces that we already have. So long. Yes, let's do that. Let's take out the pieces that we have. Actually, I'm not going to do that now. I wonder how if I can set this foreground colors tint. See, it's white there. Color white, color white. So I'm wondering why the full color is white. So why, when I look at the app, is it coming up black? Why is this coming up black? I think what I can do though is I can add the click for the version. I can add the click for the version. Let me add a click for the version click. Version click. And then in the fragment, where's my about screen? On this version text, I can add a modifier to make it clickable. Text equals version, modifier equals modifier, clickable. Version click. Oh wait, it's like this. Version click, like that, right? No. The thing though is, no, that's already a lambda. Is this going to work now? It's already a lambda coming in. And then on the about screen. Version click. So what was it doing? This is the set click handler, so we have to have this. Okay, I'm not going to do this now. I think I'm going to stop the stream here because I achieved what I wanted to achieve. I found out I can't use the MVC themes. I found out I have to do my own themes, and I built an about screen that looks more or less like that one, except uglier. That looks like the real one, but the buttons work. So this is what we achieved today. We started recreating this about screen, the buttons work. We're passing state in, which means we're passing the state for this version string in. We're passing the click handlers in. And I need to go and build the custom themes, either next time on stream or off stream, and have all the colors ready to see how we can make this prettier. Okay, so with that, I'm going to stop stream. Thanks everybody who hung out in chat and watched me code and watched me surf around the internet and watched me watch gradables and help me earn some gold so I can buy the next item on my character. I'm streaming again next week at the same time, and maybe we can see how this progresses. Bye everybody. soon.